What's up, fight fans? In today's video, Khamzat Chimaev didn't hold back after Du Plessis' joke, firing back in classic Chimaev fashion and keeping the rivalry alive. Ilia Topuria is terrified of Conor McGregor's energy, claiming it feels as though it comes straight from hell. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan go off on Conor McGregor, and Colby Covington breaks silence on Chael Sonnen, throwing the towel.
Wesley, opinion on Chael throwing in the towel?
In an unexpected twist, Sean Strickland and Curtis managed to resolve their conflict in a way nobody saw coming. And Khalil Rountree shared a surprising revelation about his grueling fight against Alex Pereira. If that wasn't enough, we've got plenty more exciting news to share. So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Sean Strickland and Curtis, longtime Extreme Couture teammates, appear to have squashed their beef in what fans are dubbing a Christmas miracle. The duo, known for their camaraderie and shared podcast, shocked many with a public fallout earlier this year. A heated social media exchange and Curtis being seen training at another gym signaled a rift that seemed irreparable. However, recent developments hint at reconciliation. An Instagram post showed Strickland and Curtis posing together after a training session alongside other teammates. While Strickland, usually outspoken on social media, hasn't commented on the matter, the photo suggests progress in repairing their fractured relationship. Now, as both fighters aim for success in the new year, their apparent reconciliation bodes well for Extreme Couture's unity.
Be a strong man! 1, 2, 3, 3!
Even though Dricus Du Plessis might be gearing up to fight Sean Strickland in Australia, he's still finding time to take shots at Chimaev. Recently, Dricus posted some pics on Instagram showing him pulling a shark by its tail. In the comments, a fan joked about him not kissing the shark on the mouth, referencing viral clips of Dricus kissing his coach in the past. DDP clapped back with a roast aimed at Chimaev, saying, "No way, that's what Khamzat tried, and look how that turned out." Was poking fun at Chimaev's scar, which came from a nasty fall down concrete stairs when he was just 2 years old. That accident left Khamzat with a busted lip, missing teeth, and a broken nose, making it hard for him to breathe out of one side of his nose. Fans knew Chimaev, with his fiery personality, wouldn't let the joke slide. And they were right. He clapped back on social media saying, "2 dead fish in one photo."
Who I believe is the first champion from South Africa, bringing out a whole new buzz to that continent, the continent of Africa, South Africa in particular. In my opinion, he fights so weird. Like, from the outside looking in, it's difficult to figure out what he's good at, but there's some things, and anyone who's had an MMA fight or any kind of combat sports fight will know there's certain things that you see on the video that you don't see when you're in the cage with him, when you're in the ring with him, when you're in the octagon with him. There's certain things that the naked eye from the outside cannot see. You can only feel it when you're in there. Strength being a massive thing. You can't see strength really. Speed, timing, these are all things that are difficult to see from the outside. The presence of your opponent in there is difficult to see from the outside. It's only something that you can really feel. So you got a big win there against Sean Strickland earlier on in the year, and then he came back to defeat a legend, Israel Adesanya. Like, 2 great performances, and I am really excited to see how he pushes on in 2025 as a defending champion again when he fights, I believe, Sean Strickland early in 2025. That's a fight that I'm really looking for.
Former Alex Pereira opponent Khalil Rountree has admitted he felt happy during his grueling fight with the Brazilian, despite suffering a 4th-round knockout loss in the main event of UFC 307. Facing the reigning light heavyweight champion and former middleweight title holder, Rountree put up an impressive effort, but ultimately fell to Pereira's barrage of strikes against the octagon fence in Salt Lake City. Bloodied and battered, Rountree still found solace in the fight, feeling it proved he belonged among the division's elite.
So in the locker room, I was very relaxed, to the point to where I asked my coach, like, I'm very relaxed, like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, it's perfect. When I was in the cage and he was walking out, the only thing I can really remember is just being happy. Even the moment when I got finished in the 4th round, like, I just felt so happy throughout that whole fight. It felt like I was where I belonged. Like, I felt like I belonged there. It was really like living in a dream.
As for Alex Pereira, Dana White recently announced on Instagram that 19-year-old Alice Pereira has officially joined the promotion. To make the news even better, UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard personally FaceTimed the undefeated bantamweight to share the exciting update.
I wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And hey, congratulations, you're in. Welcome to the UFC.
Really?
Congratulations. Merry Christmas.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love it. Merry Christmas. Say hello to you and your family.
Conor McGregor, once the biggest star in MMA, appears to be at a turning point. It has been over 3 years since his last UFC fight, leaving fans guessing about his future. However, the former champ seems to be drifting further from MMA with each passing day. Even Joe Rogan has voiced doubts about McGregor's future in MMA. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan candidly remarked,
Conor's ever going to fight again.
What's happening with his the civil suit? He's being dropped by all his companies or something?
Yeah, I don't know the real details of that case, but the reality is that guy's partying, and he's partying real hard.
Dude, some of his interviews, you can tell he is out of it. Have you seen the Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor interview for Roadhouse? And he's just tweaking the whole time?
He's
and
tweaking?
Jake's just like...
It's funny. Shane Gillis has a great bit about Conor McGregor in Roadhouse. He goes, Conor McGregor basically played a cooked out Conor McGregor in Roadhouse.
I'm your father. I'm your daddy, yeah? Call me Jose Senior.
When we do,
Tell him I'm his daddy. Tell him I'm his daddy.
I really don't care. Like, he
Tell
can
him I'm
do
his
whatever
daddy.
he wants, and I'll continue to be the champion.
He said, tell him he's his daddy.
Tell him I
He's
said
not.
I am his daddy.
Ele tá falando que ele é seu pai.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser. Tá mais fácil
Sit on my lap.
eu domino.
Sit on my lap.
Joe Rogan's comments reflect what many already think, but Ilia Topuria took it a step further, saying Conor McGregor has terrible energy and his aura comes straight from hell.
¿Qué opinas de Conor McGregor?
A nivel...
Mira, te voy a preguntar primero a nivel humano, porque creo que fue Gonzalo Campos que me dijo que tú un día lo viste y te dio mala vibra.
Súper mala vibra. Una aura de infierno, ¿sabes lo que te digo? Como no quiero estar cerca de este tío, como una energía negra. Nunca en mi vida había sentido eso. Y mi entrenador me dijo, Agustín, que es bastante así, tipo súper espiritual, y él siempre cuida las energías y todo, y él me dijo, este tío va a perder feo, y se partió la pata, ¿sabes lo que te digo?
Leave a full cam for a second. Thank you very much.
I look like Conor McGregor right now.
Because you're a UFC fighter. All the time.
I respect people that you are where you're from, and nothing else can change you. The money, the wins, nothing. So to me, it's Nate. That's my favorite fighter because Nate is just crazy through and through. Shout out to Stockton. I have other favorite fighters. Like, I love Conor with all my heart. That's
of course.
If they were like rappers, like who would I like listen to?
Well, you know what?
That's how I'm looking at it.
You know what's funny
I listen to Conor and Nate. Nate is just one of those people. Nate's gonna Nate. That's it. And I respect the Diaz brothers. Shout out to them.
Colby Covington, known for his outspoken personality and polarizing presence in the MMA world, recently shared his thoughts on Chael Sonnen's decision to throw in the towel during Joaquin Buckley's fight. Speaking on the matter during a recent interview, Covington expressed mixed emotions about Sonnen's choice.
Wesley, opinion on Chael throwing in the towel. I mean, my opinion is Chael cares about me. He's a real one. If he was throwing it in, it's because he knows I couldn't see. He knows that the where the cut was at, it was bleeding into my right eye, and I couldn't see. I was seeing 3 or 4 different people. So that's what that guy, he couldn't do nothing to me, not even seeing anything, seeing blurry, coming off the couch. Like, look at how far my back was against the wall. But I did it for the company, like I said, guys, so don't hear me complaining. I don't want sympathy. But I did that for the company. But he knew that I couldn't see. So if he was going to do it, it's because he cares about me, and he just knows that I couldn't see, and it was going to be tough to overcome. But, I thought I was coming on stronger, and I feel like, they were going to have to throw in the towel for Buckley by round 5. So, it sucks. It's unfortunate.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. We'd be very grateful.